This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
We are joined by Claudene Landre. Excited to have her here. And she is an amazing woman. Elevated by Claudene is the name of the company. And by the way, we spell her name Claudene, and Landry spelled Landre, just if you're going to Google her, because you're going to find out a lot. And this lady is amazing. She is women-owned CBD, plant medicine store, and so much more. So welcome to the show today. How are you?
I'm great, and thank you for having me, Jill.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. And you're hailing from beautiful Glendale, Arizona. Is that correct?
I am.
Oh my goodness. Lucky you.
You think
Wow.
so?
I think so. It's beautiful. I've been to Scottsdale, I've been to Sedona, but I just love your state. I'm in New York and it's beautiful, but you're probably a lot more beautiful over there. Anyway, welcome to the show. Tell us a little about what it is, what you do.
Well, I do plant medicine, and what I specialize in is transferring people off of pharmaceuticals, street drugs, and alcohol onto plant-based medicine. I am also a dosing specialist, and I do humans and I do fur babies too. So let's not exclude them.
No, my goodness. All right.
Yes.
And I need to get a little of your overview before we talk about all the work you're doing with the company. I want to know more about you, where you're from originally, how you got here, and again, clearly you love helping animals, people too. So tell me a little bit about your life's journey.
Well, I am from Orange County, California. I was born there to baby boomers. So I was kind of born into what I do, connecting with plants and working with plants. And then I'm a mother of 5 children. So I had a lot of little people to practice on. And then, and I'm just intuitive. And this is just something that really drives me. It's my passion to help people and to be here to serve others. And another thing is that is very important for people to know is that every plant and fungus on this planet has medicinal value for the human body. So they're here to help us and heal us.
Interesting. And this is pretty fascinating work that you're doing and
Mhm.
mentioning that it's women owned. So who else owns the company? Is it just you
It's
or?
just me. I am the only one who does what I do. I've never met anyone who does what I do. Never.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah.
Well, where do we start? Because there's a lot to the work that you do and the people that you're helping, and you're promoting holistic wellness for so many people. And, you're a believer in taking care of people's minds, bodies, and souls. And, a lot of people, still, I think today are a little confused with what CBD is, what it does, what plants this, what's that. It's a little confusing. So break down a little bit about, the products you're using, and then we're going to talk about the benefits, of course, too.
Okay, so the way that cannabis works in the body is off of the endocannabinoid system, which a lot of people know about that, and a lot of people don't know about that. Okay, that's your largest nervous system. All right, so when you're dosing cannabis, you also want to pay attention to your delivery systems, which mean are you smoking it? Are you taking tinctures? Are you doing suppositories? Are you doing it transdermally on the skin? Okay, so the dosing is very important, along with what cannabinoids are you using. There are
Okay.
different cannabinoids. Now, I'm just going to talk about the two basic ones to stay basic, okay? Because it's like you said, it's very confusing. CBD and THC, everyone knows those cannabinoids, all right?
Yeah.
Now, when you have a lot of pain, severe pain, you're going to want to use the THC, all right, because that helps with pain. Now, CBD on the endocannabinoid system helps with inflammation. So when you marry these together, you have a really good pain regimen to attack that pain. Does this make sense?
Sure
Okay.
does.
So the higher you have to go with THC because you got to be careful with THC, okay? Because
Okay.
it gives you a stony brain. Um, but when you have that much pain and you have that much
Mm-hmm.
inflammation going on, you're not going to be able to get stony because
Okay.
it's actually working on the pain. That's how you know that you're able, when you start to feel stony, It's working on the pain, so you can start coming down on your dose. Okay.
Oh.
And then higher on the CBD. You want to go as high as you can on CBD, which gives you no brain stony, but it works on the inflammation. So that's kind of what I do. Okay. And I work with other cannabinoids, a lot of them, but I don't want to confuse people. We just go slow and low with this. Okay, so there's an example of that. Now, when it comes to mushrooms, because I also love fungus, because we are fungus. We are
Right?
more,
Yeah.
yeah, we are more, yeah, we're more fungus than we are human cells. Facts.
Wait, really?
So,
I didn't know this.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm, we are. So they are our friends. We come from Earth. We come from gold dust. Okay,
Mhm.
microbiome organisms. We are made more of that than we are of human cells. So that's where mushrooms come along. And then I'm able to dose those. And I work with an abundant of mushrooms, from lion's manes to reishi to cordyceps to all of them, to amanita muscaria. I always see I do all mycelium. Now, I might not do all mycelium, but I do all mycelium that we kind of know of today. And that is medicinal mycelium, edible
Mhm.
mycelium, poisonous mycelium, and psychedelic mycelium, and then decorative mycelium. And I teach all of this at my mushroom club once a
Oh,
month, every third Friday. It's called the EBC Mushroom Club. Okay.
okay.
And then you can also do a consultation. And that's another way of getting with me to learn what medicines will help you. But back to the mushrooms, they are adaptogens. Okay. Most of them are, if not, they act like adaptogens. Okay. Like
Okay.
chaga.
Okay.
Chaga is
Okay.
one of them. Okay. So chaga,
Ah.
what I love about chaga, which is usually a tea, and I can capsule it too and make a tincture, but tea is the best way and it tastes so good. That helps get rid of inflammation
Okay.
and it detoxes heavy metals out of the body.
Wow.
I know a lot about detoxing too, because it's all about parasites. It's all about getting to the trauma and getting rid of that
Mhm.
parasite that's inside of you that's causing your mental illness, your fatigue, your physical, your spiritual, spirituality, because mushrooms work on your consciousness and your cells at a cellular level,
Interesting.
all the way to the mitochondria. Exactly. I'm all about the mitochondria. So, yeah, that's what I do. And it's a lot of this is intuitively it's everything's about energy. It's all about energy when it comes to the plants, when it comes to the mushrooms, when it comes to anything natural. And I feel as human beings,
Mhm.
naturally want this stuff,
Mhm.
but we're brainwashed. We are taken by a system that does not work
Yep.
with us, it works against
Mhm.
us.
True.
And yep. So I help people come to the realization of who they naturally truly are. Because we really, like I said, well, I feel we naturally are just love and we just want to love and we just want to live in harmony, and feel good.
Absolutely do. This is amazing work. And hold on, there's just a lot to get through here because Elevated by Claudine, you have such knowledge about helping so many, and there's all different forms of. I'm reading about tinctures. I was looking at your site before, and all the different forms it comes in, and there's different ways that we could take this and bath products, and there's just wow. Okay, so I first of all we talked the mushrooms now. These are all natural, now, by the way, right? And some people might get confused with what's affecting them, what's not affecting them. But there's no side effects to CBD, is there? There's nothing
There's
bad
no side
about
effects
it.
or mushrooms. Well, there could be. If you stop taking it, you might get a bit of insomnia, especially with people who stop doing THC or yeah,
Got it.
THC.
THC,
They
yeah.
might get a little bit of insomnia at first, because it does make them tired, but it goes away and that's not too much of an uncomfortability, and you can always fix it by taking ashwagandha, and holy basil. There's other herbs out there that you can use to help regulate your sleep. Um, and I'm really big on testosterone with men, especially men in recovery, because nobody talks about that ever. And I know I'm not a male, but that's okay because I'm responsible for six males on this planet. So I kind of understand men to a certain degree that most women don't. You know what
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
mean?
wait. What do you mean, 6 men? You have how many kids?
I have four boys and I have two grandsons.
Tell me. I didn't know this. Amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, so and I had a son who had a horrible, horrible heroin addiction. That is what led me to create Elevated by
Ah.
Claudine. Mm-hmm.
Tell me the story. Can you share this with me? When was this? What happened? I was going to ask how you got into this. Please share the story.
Well, I was kind of born into, cannabis and mushrooms because of having, baby boomer parents and stuff. So it was always kind of around me and it was always accepted, but don't let anybody know because you'll get in trouble. So anyways, I have a son, I'm sorry, and he is my second child, and he got hooked on heroin, and it was really bad. It was a 7 year ordeal where I was out on the streets trying to help people, trying to find him help. He was shooting in his neck. It was really bad, and then he just didn't want my help, so then I went on my own and I just started helping people out on the streets, trying to figure out, I knew there was another way and a better way, because these methadone clinics and this Suboxone is no good. It is not an answer. And it's bad. It's really bad pharmaceutical. I call it black magic. And
Hmm.
so I found ways, through natural ways, to help these people. And actually, my son's drug dealer went to him one day and was telling him about me, and that's what got his attention, and he came running home after a 2 year of missing him. He's like,
Wow.
what are you doing helping the drug addicts out here?
Oh
And
my
the drug dealers,
goodness.
my drug dealer, no, he said my drug dealers. And so anyway, so then that the one thing what a lot of drug addicts and heroin addicts don't want to get clean is because of the side effects.
Really?
The side effects are so uncomfortable for them, and it can be because they go into what we call reciprocal withdrawals, which make you feel like you want to die. Like, that's how I've been explained. I've never had an addiction like that before, so I'm just coming from a mother's love who wanted to help her child. You know what I mean? And I did, and he got clean. He got clean by using my products, by doing what I'm doing right now. And then that's when I said, okay, I'm going to share this with the world. And I did. And I was a very huge advocate as far as getting cannabis legalized and grow rights here in Arizona. I
Yeah.
worked with, yeah, I had my own organizations. I had my own campaigns. I went after John Kapoor, who created methadone and Suboxone. I'm sorry, not methadone, but Suboxone and other opiates, and got people hooked.
Oh my goodness.
They start the problem, then they have the solution, right? You know how that
Yeah,
goes. Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
So anyways, yeah. And then I started working at a restaurant called Coco's in Sun City.
oh my
And
goodness.
they let me in there once a week on Wednesdays, and I had a club called the Sun City Cannabis Team, and I had a bunch of retired people who came and supported me. And then next thing you know, I got a healing facility, and now I have a healing facility in Glendale and a storefront. And I'm going on 6 years of actually like being legit and having a healing facility. So
Wow. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for
So
sharing all this. And there's still so much more to you and what you're
oh
working
yeah.
on
Oh
and
yeah.
all your products. Go ahead. Continue.
Yes. So I've been here helping my community. I'm here for my community first. I have deep roots here. I've been here, I've owned a home in this community for over 30 years. I also owned a refrigeration business prior to this with my husband. I still do, but he runs that. I was a bartender at a park for over 20 years. That was a family park where we play softball and kickball and all kinds of games and stuff. So it was very family friendly type bartending. It wasn't anything too bad. And then I retired from that. And I also ran the school PTSO, like the PTA, for over 12 years. I was a president of that. So I have really deep roots in my community. And I'm just here to help them because I know the addiction that we have out there. I see it all the time. So,
Oh
but
my
they
goodness.
have to want help. They have to want it. And for you to get to see me, because I understand how energy works. Energy is my number one currency. Number one.
Really?
It's your number one currency. It's everybody's, is your energy. And that should be protected at all times. So to see me, you have to have an appointment. And
Well,
I'm
you
here.
offer you different services, different events as well that I want to talk where you get people together and yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do mushroom clubs, EBC mushroom clubs every third Friday. We are going on 2.5 years now strong. And it's a very small event. You have to write RSVP.
Mhm.
And you come, and you get here and we have 1 hour meet and greet, and that's where I cook up a medicinal dish. For example, this May on the 16th, I'll be doing a lion's mane tacos
Ooh.
in celebration of Cinco de Mayo.
Oh my God, I love this. I love this. And then, just reading about you, but there's so much more. There's the plant medicine you do breath meditation as well. So I'm overwhelmed. You do so many things. I want to hear about
Yeah,
the club, Claudine. And being our first
yeah.
show, I just want to make sure we're covering everything that's important to you.
Oh, there's a lot more. Trust me. I just kind of, maybe we can save the rest if I do another podcast or something, because I practice this thing called shimbambu,
Ooh, tell me.
and
I
that
don't.
is urine therapy.
Ooh, what is that?
And that's, well, it's somebody who uses urine to heal themselves, because you make your own plasma through your urine and your own brain stems. And I also practice that.
I never heard of it. Can you share more details on it?
Well, like I just said, your urine has your own brain stems and your own plasma in it. And if you look at a lot of products like Red Bull, there's urethra in it.
So we're ingesting it. It's okay to ingest in certain forms, and it's
Your own
helping
urine,
us. I
your
didn't.
own urine is okay.
Yes.
Yes, but you have to be you have to be detoxed. You have to live a
Okay.
clean, yeah, you have to detox that body. And then yes, you loop your own urine. I'm saying you drink it. Okay, so I
Yeah.
drink it, I stick it in my eyes, I stick it in my belly button, and I make enemas and I wash my hair with it.
God
And
bless.
I promise you I don't stink.
No, I did. I'm learning a lot from you, and I'm sure our listeners are as well. Wow, I never
I
even heard this.
I know I do a lot, but yeah, my journey's been it's been a lot, but there's nothing that I would change with my journey, with everything that I'm led, I always say I'm led by spirit. I'm led by my intuition. Um, I'm very busy.
Of
I just
course.
I have a connection. It's a gift. We all have these gifts. Everybody has gifts. I chose to have the eyes and the ears to hear it and to wake up to it and to accept it and to learn it, I guess you can say, because I've always known that this world was just a little dark
Dark.
or a lot
That's a
dark,
good way to put it. Yeah,
a lot
dark.
dark. And I
Perfect.
had these natural things about me that, I just never thought were wrong or bad. So, and then of course, when I was shown in like visions, I have visions, and I just have knowings that come down, and I call them downloads.
Oh my,
So, yeah,
wow. And then also, so would you say you're an empath as well? I mean,
we're all empath. We are all empaths, hon. We all are. We all have these gifts. We're humans. We're amazing. Just nobody never told us.
very true. Good point, right? And,
Hmm.
with the work that you're doing and that you're helping so many people, are you able to ship, your products only in your state, or are they allowed to go out of state? What
Mm-mm.
is the law when it comes to?
No, we can ship CBD. Yeah, we can ship CBD. We can do mushrooms. There's nothing illegal about my mushrooms. Even I do this mushroom called the Amanita muscaria, which a lot of
Mhm.
people. It's the one with the red top.
Perfect. Well, now, for someone here who's listening, tuning in today, can we talk about some of the things that this is helping people with? What are some of the ailments that can be helped with your products?
Well, right now I'm currently today going to have a consultation with a doctor, a dentist who is dying. He's in hospice.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got 3 months left to live. He's got colon cancer, and he's come to me to help get him on the other side by using plant medicine and to minimize his pain and stuff and his discomfort. And his wife also has cancer. Oh, she can't swallow. So they'll be very interesting. So I do stuff like that. I work,
Mhm.
this stuff helps people get to the root of the issues that they're having. Like everyone's illnesses and
Mhm.
discomfort come from some kind of trauma, which could be physical or non-physical. And when I say that, what I'm meaning is, okay, so there's this human part of you. You know this has a beginning and you know this has an end, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And then you know there's another part of you that has no beginning and has no end.
Okay.
And you feel that kind of up which I talk about the chakra system. The chakra system is where the soul swims up and down your spine. Okay. So this part of you is that part that has no beginning, has no end, and it's big. It's much
Okay.
bigger than you've ever been told. You've never been told about this conscious part of you that goes on forever and ever, even after this meat sack decides to end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I help merge those together and have an understanding of what that is. And the plant medicine help that. It helps them to detox impurities out of their guts, out of their brain, out of their body, because it all has to do with parasites. And again, trauma. And when I say not physical trauma, if you can inherit your ancestors, your great 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 grandmother's beautiful eyes, your great great grandfather's beautiful hair and hands, and their illnesses, what makes you think you cannot inherit their traumas?
If you are the new
Oh
parent
my
of a baby
gosh.
out of wedlock, you're probably freaking the heck out. We remember how stressful it was when we had unexpected children with people we did not want to marry.
And that is our commercial break that came too early.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News
Sorry
Network.
right now. So I have a
It's
cat.
Thursday night.
I'm working
You're
from
grabbing
home,
drinks with some
and the
friends.
cat is
Started
actually
off with a pitch.
stepping on my commercial list. I'm so sorry about that.
Love it.
Wait, can I show you? Hold on, since so
Yeah,
you believe
let me
me.
see.
Because I'm like, why a commercial's playing? I'm like, we're not taking a commercial break today because this is look at this baby.
Oh my gosh, he's beautiful. She or he?
This is actually it's a he. I call him a she. This is Big Yeti boy. But I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my gosh, he's
And
beautiful.
he came into my office and he just started stepping on stuff. So my apologies. I'm like, what's
No, he wanted to come meet me.
a good segue? Because tell me about no, don't touch anything for the
Yes.
pets. Tell me about what do you do for pets, right? Because
Oh yes, I do so much with whatever I can. People just come in and it's really good for pets, but you have to dose pets differently because like the endocannabinoid system that I was speaking about earlier when it comes to cannabis, the animals have them too. Every living being has an endocannabinoid system, and it's on the inside and the outside of your body. It works on your CB1 and CB2 receptors in your brain. Okay. But with the fur babies, they have more of these receptors in their brain, a lot more. This is just my anecdotal evidence. Okay. So with these receptors, I've noticed that they take the medicine at like, let's say 10 milligrams for, okay, so I give you 10 milligrams, but 10 milligrams for them is going to be like 500. It just
okay.
quadruples. Yeah. But they burn through it faster because their metabolism is faster. So dosing them is a little bit different. And I do believe this has something to do with why they age 7 times faster than us too. So
Really?
I think so. I think so. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a scientist. I really don't know much about the Western medicine. All I do know is my personal experience and my anecdotal experience. And I've been doing this now since I came out of the closet is what I call it in 2017. Um, because I had to be careful because they like to arrest people like me. And yeah. So, but anyways, I don't fear any of that anymore. It's different now. We've made a lot of things legalized. So, um, but back then you had to be a little careful. So, especially when you claim that you had cures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I have cures because I do believe that every human can heal themselves. I just help them. I guide them and I give them the tools that they need to heal themselves. Because
Interesting.
just like Bruce Lee said, only you can hear you.
I love that. That is so true, right?
Mhm,
Oh my
mhm. So
gosh.
be nice to yourself, talk good to yourself,
Oh,
because yeah,
positivity. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Well, this is amazing. The work you're doing, the people you're helping. How can we contact you? Would you mind sharing?
Yeah, well, I do have a storefront, which is in Glendale. That's 4330 West Union Hills in Glendale,
Mm-hmm.
85308. And then I also have a phone number with business hours, which is my landline. And my facilities number is 623-225-7200. And then I have my website, elevatedbyclaudine.com. And that is a little tricky to purchase off of because I don't have a functional, what we call shopping cart, because of what I do. So you have to purchase by check, like back in the old days. when we
Yeah.
first had the web, the web and the websites and stuff, and you had to put in your check information because cards really weren't a big thing back then. But anyways, for now, that's what I have to do. I am working on getting a Visa and MasterCard, but it's not so simple for people like me because I am not FDA approved. But we did figure out a way for me to get a Visa and MasterCard. So my marketing manager is working on that right now.
Amazing.
So hopefully in a couple of weeks, fingers crossed, I will. They want to test every single one of my products before they'll give me a shopping cart. So
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you
yes.
so much. Pleasure having you here, getting to know you, and wishing you even more success. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
everything.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And how
And
can
thanks
we
for
reach?
having me again.
Well, thank you. How can we reach out to you?
Yeah, just call me or go to my website and you can send me an email at elevatedbyclaudine@gmail.com. Everything is Elevated by Claudine. And just Google me. And if anybody wants to, you can go to my Google and I have a lot of really good reviews on there.
I'm sure you
So,
do. You're
mhm.
awesome. Thank you so much. You have
Thank
a
you.
fantastic day. Looking forward to the next time we get to connect. Thank you so much.
Yes, and have a happy everything.
Oh, thank you. You too. And sorry for the delay with the cat, but yeah, she's at it again.
No,
All
don't be
right, go, I'll
sorry.
close out before she hits it, or he. Bye. Thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.